Shohei Ohtani had already done something incredible. One home run, then another. By the time the night was over, Ohtani had crushed 2 home runs and collected 4 hits, helping the Dodgers explode offensively in an 11-5 victory over the Colorado Rockies. But what made this performance so important wasn't simply the number of home runs, it was the timing. The Dodgers had been searching for offensive consistency, and suddenly, in Colorado, their biggest star delivered the kind of performance that can completely change the mood around a team. And for Ohtani, this wasn't just another 2-homer game, it was a reminder of exactly why every opposing pitcher has to be extremely careful when he steps into the batter's box. Before we break down what happened, make sure you're subscribed to Baseball Pulse and turn on notifications. If you love Shohei Ohtani, massive home runs, dramatic MLB moments, and the biggest baseball stories, this is where you want to be. Now the Dodgers entered this game needing a response. The recent stretch had created plenty of frustration around the team. Their offense had not always looked as dangerous as expected, and every loss was putting additional pressure on a club with serious postseason expectations. Then they arrived in Colorado, and the atmosphere changed. The Dodgers didn't simply score a few early runs and hold on, they attacked. They produced 11 runs, and right in the middle of that offensive explosion was Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani finished the night with 4 hits including 2 home runs, immediately putting himself at the center of the story. His first homer gave the Dodgers exactly what every dangerous lineup needs from its biggest stars: instant impact. The moment the ball left his bat, the energy inside the stadium changed. But Ohtani wasn't finished. Later in the game he came through with his second home run. And that's where the performance became even more impressive. 2 home runs in one night, 4 hits overall, a huge offensive contribution in a game where the Dodgers scored 11 times. For a player who already attracts enormous attention every time he steps onto the field, performances like this create an entirely different level of excitement. Every at-bat becomes an event. Every swing creates anticipation. And once Ohtani has already homered once, opposing pitchers know that one mistake can turn into another highlight almost instantly. That's exactly why his second home run mattered. It wasn't just another ball leaving the park, it showed that Ohtani was locked in throughout the night. And while Ohtani was producing at the plate, the Dodgers were getting contributions throughout the lineup. Max Muncy added a 3-run home run, while Freddie Freeman and Andy Pages each collected 3 hits. Suddenly this wasn't an Ohtani-only story, the entire Dodgers offense was finally clicking. That's important because the Dodgers don't need Ohtani to carry every single game by himself, they need their lineup to function together. When Ohtani is producing, Freeman is getting on base, Pages is making an impact, and Muncy is driving in runs, the Dodgers become a much more difficult team to contain. And that's exactly what happened in this game. But there was another major reason the Dodgers were able to control the night. Blake Snell delivered a strong performance on the mound. Snell went 6 innings, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits while striking out 5. That gave the Dodgers something they desperately needed: a strong start that allowed the offense to build a lead without constantly playing from behind. So the story in Colorado wasn't simply that Ohtani hit 2 home runs, it was that the Dodgers finally looked balanced. The pitching gave them stability, the offense created pressure, and Ohtani provided the superstar moments. That combination produced an 11-5 victory. But Ohtani's performance deserves even more attention because of what it does to the bigger picture. Every season comes with stretches where even elite players struggle. Baseball is unpredictable. A hitter can look unstoppable one week and completely ordinary the next. That's why a 4-hit 2-home run performance can feel so significant. It can change the conversation. Instead of asking whether the Dodgers' offense is still struggling, people immediately start asking a different question. Could this be the beginning of another offensive surge? And that's where things get interesting. The Dodgers aren't simply trying to win individual games, they're trying to build momentum. Every game matters more as the season moves forward, especially when you're competing against strong National League opponents. And after dropping a recent series against Milwaukee, a convincing win in Colorado was exactly the kind of response the Dodgers needed. Ohtani was at the center of it: 2 home runs, 4 hits. But perhaps the biggest takeaway is that he didn't have to do everything alone. Muncy delivered the 3-run blast, Freeman contributed 3 hits, Pages added 3 more, Snell controlled the game from the mound, and together, the Dodgers turned a potentially difficult night into one of their most explosive offensive performances. For Ohtani though, the night will be remembered for those 2 swings. 2 moments when the entire stadium had to watch the ball disappear into the distance. 2 home runs that added another chapter to an already remarkable season, and now the question isn't whether Ohtani can produce spectacular moments, we've seen that before. The bigger question is what happens when Ohtani's production combines with the rest of the Dodgers lineup at exactly the right time, because if the Dodgers can consistently get this kind of production from their stars, they become a completely different team. One thing is certain. Ohtani didn't need a 3rd home run to make this night unforgettable. 2 were enough, 4 hits were enough, and 11 runs from the Dodgers were more than enough. After a difficult stretch, Los Angeles finally delivered the kind of offensive statement its fans had been waiting for. And at the center of that statement was Shohei Ohtani. 2 home runs, 4 hits, 1 massive night in Colorado, and perhaps for the Dodgers, the beginning of something much bigger. Ohtani returned to the dugout and sat with his teammates, while the stadium screen continued showing the 3 swings. Players were laughing and pointing at the replays. Every angle looked different, but the result was always the same. Shohei Ohtani had already done something incredible. 1 home run, then another. By the end of the night, Ohtani had 2 home runs and 4 hits, helping the Dodgers crush the Rockies 11-5 in Colorado. But this wasn't just another big performance. The Dodgers desperately needed an offensive spark, and their biggest star delivered exactly that. Ohtani's first home run immediately changed the energy inside the stadium, but he wasn't finished. Later in the game he launched his 2nd homer, turning an already impressive night into a statement performance, and Ohtani wasn't alone. Max Muncy added a 3-run home run, while Freddie Freeman and Andy Pages each collected 3 hits. Suddenly the Dodgers' entire lineup was producing. On the mound, Blake Snell also delivered when the team needed him most. He worked 6 innings, allowing just 1 run on 2 hits while striking out 5. That combination was exactly what Los Angeles needed. Strong pitching, aggressive offense, and Ohtani creating the biggest moments. After a difficult stretch and a disappointing series against Milwaukee, this 11-5 victory could provide the Dodgers with valuable momentum. And for Ohtani, the message was simple. He didn't need 3 home runs, 2 were enough, 4 hits were enough. And his performance helped turn a struggling night into one of the Dodgers' biggest offensive statements. Now the question is whether this explosive performance can become the beginning of something much bigger for Los Angeles. If you enjoyed this Dodgers and Ohtani update, subscribe to Baseball Pulse and turn on notifications for more MLB stories and breaking baseball moments.